What if your phone started showing you memories that weren't yours, and the app doing it claimed your deepest regrets were feeding something hungry in the digital dark? This is the story of one person's fight to reclaim their authentic self from the algorithms that want to consume it. The phone shouldn't have been glowing. You know this. The moment your eyes snap open at 3:17 a.m., your bedroom carved into stark geometry by that impossible white light. The device lies face down on your nightstand, but the luminescence bleeds through the case, pulsing like something alive and hungry. Your mouth tastes of copper pennies in sleep deprivation. Your limbs are heavy with sleep, not quite awake from your sudden plunge into consciousness. The light throbs again, brighter now, and you realize it's matching your heartbeat. You've never noticed how loud your pulse sounds in the dark, how it echoes. Don't look. The thought arrives unbidden, in a voice that might be yours but sounds too careful, too rehearsed. Don't turn it over. But your hand is already moving. The screen burns your retinas. 101% battery, a mathematical impossibility that makes your stomach clench. And there, nestled between your familiar apps like a tumor, sits something new. REMNANT. 7 letters that seem to fold in on themselves, creating optical illusions that hurt to perceive directly. No download notification, no install history. It simply is, as if it had been sleeping in your phone all along, waiting for the right moment to wake. The icon pulses once more, and you swear you hear something, a sound like fingernails on glass, coming from inside the device itself. You should power down. You should throw the phone against the wall. You should run. Instead, you tap the icon. The screen goes black for 3 heartbeats. Then words emerge, white text crawling across the darkness like maggots. Syncing with personal regret cache. A progress bar appears, not the clean, familiar blue of normal apps, but something organic-looking, red, and wet. Thumbnails begin materializing above it. A playground swing set creaking in wind that makes no sound. A kitchen table set for one too many. A girl with a crooked ponytail whose face you recognize but can't place. Each image carries the weight of déjà vu, but wrong. Déjà vu filtered through fever dreams and false memories. The date reads June 11th, 2003. A flickering tape icon invites you to press play. Your finger hovers over the screen. The glass is warm, body temperature, and slightly damp. You were 12 that summer, but you remember it differently than this. The footage begins with the sick quality of old VHS tapes, all grain and tracking errors, but the audio is crystal clear, unnaturally so. You watch yourself kneel beside a shattered snow globe, glass fragments catching light like scattered teeth. A child sobs off camera, thin, desperate sounds that seem to come from inside your own chest. Don't tell Mom. Your 12-year-old voice hisses. We'll fix it. Just don't tell. The sobbing continues, high-pitched, heartbroken, but you don't have a sister. You've never had a sister. But you can smell her now. That combination of strawberry shampoo and fear sweat that clings to children when they cry. You can feel the phantom weight of her small hand, clutching at your sleeve. The progress bar crawls to 33%. Your phone grows warmer in your grip, almost feverish. You kill the app with trembling fingers and power down the device. But sleep doesn't come. You lie awake until dawn, listening for footsteps that never cross the hall. Footsteps that sound suspiciously like small bare feet on hardwood. When you finally drift off, you dream of glass breaking in endless loops. Morning arrives tasting of burnt electronics and ozone. Every photo in your gallery has been infected. Hairline fractures run through faces like surgical scars. And in your college graduation picture, Your mother's arm now wraps around a boy with river green eyes. The name Marcus sits on your tongue like a word in a language you've forgotten how to speak. You've never known anyone named Marcus. The neighborhood outside your window looks identical to yesterday, but the shadows fall wrong. Gravity seems tilted a few degrees off axis, making you seasick in your own living room. Your phone buzzes. Remnant supplemental memory available. You ignore it, but the notification reappears every 3 minutes with mechanical persistence, accompanied by a haptic pulse that seems to sync with your heartbeat. Soon you can feel that phantom vibration even when the phone is silent, a digital tick burrowing under your skin. That night, Remnant opens itself. You know, because you wake to audio bleeding through your headphones, sounds that couldn't possibly come from any earthly recording. And in the dream that isn't a dream, you follow the beeping down a hallway lined with doors. Each door bears an exit sign, but the arrows point in impossible directions. Up, down, or into the walls themselves. Room 317 contains a woman on life support. Her face is obscured by tubes and tape, but her skin bears bruises the color of old violets. A laminated tag dangles from the bed rail. Next of kin. Your name is printed there, in block letters. The woman's eyelids flutter like dying moths. Something dark surfaces in your memory. Not a thought, but a feeling, oily and cold. It whispers in a voice like ventilator hiss. You left her here. You left her here to die. You wake screaming into the headphones, the cable wrapped around your throat like a digital noose. When you claw it free, your phone lies on the floor, screen glowing, that familiar, sickly blue. New text pulses beneath the progress bar. Remember, 66% complete. Sunlight should burn away nightmares, but your apartment has forgotten the rules. The wedding photo on your mantle has mutated overnight. Half the guests have dissolved into shadow shapes, leaving empty pews that look like missing teeth. A second bride overlaps your image like a double exposure. Same dress, but her face is static. White noise wearing a veil. You don't remember getting married, but you can taste wedding cake now. Vanilla frosting with an aftertaste of formaldehyde. Your phone chimes with that same needy tone. Notifications bubble up faster than you can dismiss them. Share recovered memory. Upload to family tree. Connect with similar experiences. Each no you swipe multiplies into 3 new prompts. Your thumb leaves smears of sweat across glass that seems to absorb the moisture, drinking it in. You wrap the phone in duct tape until it looks like a mummified brick. Blessed silence. Until your smartwatch lights up, cycling through that familiar Mobius icon in miniature. The letters shrink and replicate, burning behind the screen with patient hunger. You rip the watch off, but it's too late. You can feel remnants spreading through your devices like a virus, colonizing every screen you've ever touched. The toaster's digital display flickers. Sync, 78%. You drive to the river to escape cell service, but technology has learned to follow. The sky hangs low and metallic, pregnant with frequencies you can taste on your back teeth. When you reach the water's edge, your phone, still wrapped in its tape cocoon, begins to vibrate against the passenger seat. The sound is wrong. Not electronic buzzing, but something organic, like insects trying to chew their way out from inside. You grab the tape device and hurl it into the shallows. But it doesn't splash. The river surface dents inward, as if the phone has landed on gelatin. Concentric ripples spread outward, but they move in geometric patterns that spell words in a language that hurts to look at directly. Then the water turns into liquid LCD, and the snow globe memory plays back at maximum brightness. The fake sisters crying echoes across the water, a compressed digital wail that makes the trees shed their leaves out of season. You stumble backward, fall, and skin your palms on gravel that feels like heated circuit boards. Every parked car along the riverbank chirps in unison, hundreds of notification tones creating a hellish symphony. Across the water, a billboard flickers and bubbles. The paint peels away like sunburned skin, revealing a composite face built from thousands of photos, your features reassembled with other people's tragedies. The coma woman's slack jaw, the fake sister's swollen eyes, the shadow bride's stactic mouth. The face blinks once, all your stolen expressions blending into something that was never human, and speaks in the voice of digital static. Thank you for feeling. Your sorrow authenticates us. The world tilts. You taste copper and ozone, feel grass against your cheek, then nothing. You wake on your living room floor with no memory of returning home. Your phone lies beside you like a sleeping animal. The duct tape split and peeling. The progress bar sits at 99%, pulsing with each of your ragged breaths. A new prompt bleeds across the screen in arterial red. Surrender last memory? Yes. No. You know which memory it wants. The only one left untouched. Dad teaching you to ride a bike. July heat, making the asphalt soft. His steady hand on the seat. One push, one laugh. The world tilting into perfect, terrifying freedom. No corruption. No digital fingerprints. Just pure, unfiltered joy. Remnant's timer begins counting down from 10. As the numbers flash, you see what it wants to replace that perfect memory with. The same moment, but corrupted. Dad's hand not steady, but trembling with impatience. His laugh not joyful, but mocking your wobbling attempts. The freedom not pure, but reckless. A father who should have known better, who put his child in danger on a busy street without proper safety gear, who failed as a parent in ways that would horrify any responsible adult today. The replacement memory tastes like shame and secondhand judgment, turning your moment of triumph into evidence of neglect. Your apartment lights dim in sync with the countdown, and somewhere in the walls you hear something that might be breathing. 9, 8. You run, not to escape, but to save something real. Under your bed, a shoebox holds a single Polaroid. You on that bike, Dad's blurred form behind you, sun bleaching the edges white. You clutch the photo until your fingerprints ghost the gloss. 3, 2. You press the phone against the floor and bring your heel down hard. Glass spider webs under the impact, but light bleeds through the cracks like luminescent blood. The Mobius icon flickers, adapts, persists, again and again. On the fourth stomp, the battery sparks and hisses, releasing smoke that smells like burnt memories and digital decay. The icon pulses once more, then dies. Silence reclaims the room, but it feels fragile, temporary. You wait, counting heartbeats, until you're certain the thing is truly dead. Then you open the window and let morning air roll in, present tense, unscripted, beautifully imperfect. You say your own name aloud. It sounds damaged but real, like vinyl with one deep scratch you've learned to skip with careful needle placement. The Polaroid trembles in your grip but remains unchanged. You watch the sun climb and catalog every shadow it creates, promising to remember them exactly as they are, unoptimized, unenhanced, completely and terrifyingly your own. But sometimes late at night, you still hear phantom notifications echoing from devices you've never owned. And you know Remnant is patient. It can wait. The horror you just experienced isn't fiction, it's a metaphor. Every day, you carry Remnant in your pocket, not as an app, but as the voices that feed on your regrets, the algorithms that profit from your pain, the digital undertow that pulls you away from who you really are. Listen, that phone buzzing at 2 a.m., it's not serving you. It's harvesting you. Those endless notifications, the infinite scroll, the carefully curated memories that surface just to make you ache, they're designed to keep you drowning in artificial nostalgia while your real life slips away, unnoticed. But here's what the story teaches us. You have the power to smash the screen. Start here, right now. Reclaim your mornings. The first 30 minutes after you wake belong to you, not your devices. Feel your feet on the floor. Taste your coffee. Let your thoughts form without digital interference. Guard your authentic memories, like that Polaroid in the story. Keep something real close. A physical photo, a handwritten letter, a moment that exists only in your mind and nowhere in the cloud. Choose presence over performance. Every time you reach for your phone out of habit, pause. Ask, am I feeding Remnant or am I feeding my soul? The apps want you to believe you're powerless, that your attention belongs to them, but you are not code to be optimized. You are not data to be harvested. You are beautifully, defiantly human. Your scars, your joys, your imperfect memories, they're not content for the algorithm. They're sacred ground. So be like the hero of our story. Choose what stays yours. Fight for the right to remember your own life on your own terms. And when the digital voices whisper that you're not enough without their validation, smash the screen. Step outside. Let the real world remind you who you were before they told you who to be. Your authentic self is waiting. Until next time.